Alright, let's begin. Well met, Kenan. And I got some good news for you. They've been wondering. It seems he's been half an eye on progress, and your records you're just about ready. So he was born in a noble family, but he left all behind hunted well. Tracked down this fiercest foe and destroyed him for good realm. Folk call him the origin hunting scholar. Don't be letting it go to your head. These elite marks are on a whole nother level, and we'll get them ranked based on how deadly they are. You'll find these abilities marked in clan hunt alongside others. You're free to take whichever ability you choose. Black winds bring terrible news. The Vandu learn of Okugun has knocked his existence. Chief Huntsman storms into Oak Zandu and determined that Chief Sonu surrenders us to play. If Chief does not do as Hundu commands, he threatens to smash our villages into splinters and toss the remnants into the clouds. Chief Zandu calls Oak Zandu to discuss the turn events, and he requests that rank the Zandu faces destruction because of the Gandu from the Linu. Valley offers thousands of apologies to every Zandu. The fall lies not on the Gandu as inevitable as floods that follow in their rain. The Vandu greed eventually swallows all, but we are not then idly by. The Zandu will not accept this. We cannot ignore the might of the Vandu. Our tribe will not fight battle they cannot win. Cannot ignore the voice of his tribe. If Zandu does not fight as one, then Sonu sees no way through these trouble mists. Thus cower in their huts before Vandu tempest. Predictable. Surrender us to Chief Honu. Joyous we will be to receive an offering. Slaves, enough of only fights and victories are sure. If Kaiser calls them cowards, Gandu fights until the last Vandu. A warrior's death brings more honor than bondage. Brother, be calm. You must think. Even if Zandu joins us, to take up arms against the Vandu means certain death. But fighting is not the only way we will send them a fleeing of. Sister, do you not remember? When Vandu attacks Gandu, they stand storm as before the dance of fierce. It is useless. Not to forget, many Gandu betrayed their own that day, robbing us from the strength unity brings. And now we will fight for a new home and freedom. Let us live peacefully for countless moons, and they forget what it is to fight. But it's the dance before Chief Zandu. He cast his beautiful gaze upon me. So there will be a way. Perhaps Zandu sees a mighty warrior sundrop dance, then a rain disc. Nothing for us. Okay. Who cast the white himself down the sky? Certainly he's. That's right. Dances kindle low courage. washing away fear from it. Learn the Sun of Jeb and show the Thunder Nidling's fury. It'll teach us in a step. But first, all you wish to learn is the dance and may submit themselves before the ancestor. Oh wait, come. Come to entrance. At times, it's come to my sisterly, maybe chief, but sometimes he wonders who is more fitting to sit in the chief's roost. We must first visit the Shire. Two of the towers over on the Kasi, in the shape of a great wonder, first of our kind. On this top the statue lay, bare your fist to the judgment of service. Only with their approval can we. Here lies the first statue. Mother, go. Then. Oh, I remember this. The violent wind of the movies could not match the ferocity of the Kenan. One more statue remains, the father of Anna. Climb atop the shoulder, do not hold back. The statue is central against the medicine. Yeah, sister. Well done, constitution for spirit. Now feels. No? Perhaps only a few more but smiles. It's time to return to. Yes, pleasure for Mr. Subio's movements. Let's learn. The power Nidlings moves. Magnificent, the white himself cower among the clouds. Our heart stirs with fury. He will dance and its dance rivals even Chief Uno in its wrath. The dark mist lift. The shall dance as one, but put the Vanda to flight. The Vanda will flee with the Gaily Cats. You achieved honor for the Gundu. The new quests are now available. Finally, you will be able to undertake 3 additional. The bonus will be available at 100. Here, there's a matter of being discussed. Budget. Not a good thing anyway. We've got it all it would seem. Now, do you know was it you? Summoned. Very good. I was just a minor Kaiser, an accomplishment to be proud of, certainly. Now, Wizard 1, after. The statue is now complete. There is naught to do but to ensure this stay polished. This is the time reserved. Do you not agree? No, not at all. With all respect, our work is far from complete. I believe you know this already. You were there when we saw the statue. I was there, Monk. It was not granted us to leave us remains. We could not have asked for more. I've already begun preparation for a feast. You need to look past us, O.D. Didn't you find his reaction strange? He seemed thoroughly unimpressed by her effort. Something is amiss, I'm certain. I cannot be content to leave the statue in its current state. It's not rest until it's perfect, not only in color, but in mind as well. Well said, my dear friend, well said. I knew you would not be satisfied with mediocrity. Truly your growth as a crafter has not outsoared of your astounding, but truly an inspiration. I do not know what to say, Cooper. Thank you. So that means you agree with me. Then we have many time before let's work together. We already come this far. Do just a little bit further. We can enjoy the satisfaction of seeing our work complete at last. How are we to know where the fault lies? The possibilities are endless. We believe we did well by casting dragon and man as a subject. And perhaps the composition of the figures were not to his liking. If we had a fundamental error, I doubt he would suffer the statue to remain. No, it must be something else. Something we're not seeing. Let us take a different tack at that. So, why Gillenberg demanded that the statue be built in the first place? Why was it so important? I was wondering that myself. I know little of Gillenberg, besides the fact that he is much older than my brother. He is quite reclusive, although I would have been told he was not always that way. We only know him by his demands. Oh, sure, there are other dragons that are friendly with him. Perhaps they could offer insight into his motives. Perhaps it might serve us best to speak to other ancient dragons. Are there? You can do it, of course. Well, I don't have it to count among many of my friends. Perhaps we could also try visiting Vjodner, though I'm not certain she would grant us audience. Oh, how about Harresfield, Gar? You're friends with Vidger? Why, you're philosophers, but our next step is settled. Allow me to accompany you on the surface of speaking to Volnir, Mr. Chris of the visit Volnir and find out if he knows anything about Gillenburst. Let us meet back here and just share our findings. Until then, it's not. Well met, warriors. What brings you to the annex today? Olympus. Yes, I know him. For many moons did he labor to build the very plaza you now inherit. Olympus helped to rebuild? Then why would he raise it to the ground? For brothers robbed of a mother's love. 'Twas a bitter reminder of the testament of man's ancient sin, of Radhacastra's sacrifice upon the altar of the mortal greed. Old wounds are slow to heal, perhaps, and maybe his discontent is rooted in the past. Look to the plaza ruins and you know once more. But all that's left is the old barrel or piles of weight. That's it. We need to go back at once. There may be remains in the rubble we've cleared. Perhaps they provide us with clues we seek. Warner, you have been sincerest thanks for our course. You return. Have you come to help sort through the rubble? We do our almost to repurpose the stone of earth, but some are not suitable, so we pile them here. I suppose we should have taken them a closer look. Here's where we keep the stones that are unfit to reuse. Oh dear, are you looking for the... Indeed we are. I have only offered much information as a demon. The quality of them comes with age. It is clear, however, that the piece of old bear may hold accuracy. We had much to the same case, though we're nothing for it. But dig. There you go. This with the landlord. Alas, I can't read it. What is this? How fate your search. We found found a fragment engraved in what looked at the stones. Let's take a look. Oh dear, I have several fragments, but for the life of me I cannot make out their meaning. Perhaps they are but small pieces of the whole. Let's see. The elements have not been kind to these stones. I can scarce tell if the letters are upside down or right side up. Stop fooling around. What does it say? The Rushmere. I must focus. Here, I think I have it. United of brotherhood, now forevermore, Maresti Frota, Malkin, Gillenburst. A man, a Mughal, and a dragon. Doubtless they are architecture of this place. You mean more than 1,000 years ago there lived a Mughal crafter just like Mogson? It appears that the plaza of past and present have more in common than we thought. So it was a tablet. What was truly important. Indeed. To him the statue was more than a monument to a friendship and peace. It was a moment to which so we shall make it our duty to restore this tablet. Come, it's time to put chisels to stone. Because the proud mountain hold fast against me. Lastly, I would like to thank you for your support on the behalf of the Hmong members and all the movement. We'll give you up. let's just say I want a party trick, if you will. I'll give it. Look, you can't wait to it. Can you? I sure. Come, let us call the moment. All we have to do now is attach the tablet. More. Morgan. Jeez, we're just insistent. I can't. I pray it's worth my time. Very good, very good. I remember the day we finished building. I remember Morgan and Dictator read it. Where is the Moga statue? You make me so mad, Kupo. And on it, it would seem his wish is not fulfilled. I think everything Meteor has, even the Moga statue. You have my blessing, my thanks. I shall keep the skies of Barrales safe to prove my wish. Proofs. Finally, through will and determination purpose, the miners have completed their first major project. You have received. I'm beginning to think I've been going about this the wrong way. I've been trying to determine the whereabouts of Oathkeeper by retracing the steps. But honestly, how can he pursue a die at the hands of a death embrace? It is nearly impossible. That the embrace has the sword. It is only logical and conclusive so if we were to find him and find Oathkeeper. Even if I'm mistaken, we'd be doing the world a favor by bringing them to justice. I wouldn't presume to speak of, but I like to think that he'd agree, don't you? Yes, well, I think we're going to find him. We better start acting around. So, the one thing, so trust me, I need to speak with 100 Eyes. 100 who? For sure. It's about Sully. You never told me, but how exactly did he die? You want me to paint a little picture? He was murdered. I found him and I buried him. That's all you need to know. Is just that? The other day I could have sworn that I... Forgive me. I don't know what I was thinking, but let me keep you from my labors. Let's remove him. Those bands you used to raid caverns bound the tail of head. No one could see neither hide nor hair of them, and recently, what do you ask? Sons? Maybe they ran back to... Never understood the sons of folk prone to inexplicable and irrational behavior, like those buffoons who attempt to seize the protector of all things. Apparently they snuck around some board of ship. Ferry companies to Camp Cloudtop. Of course, the knights drove them off. Last I heard, they fled into while screaming that doll's balls, this and swimming bro. Are you thinking what I'm admitted it? Why there's no reason to believe a man that are the one who see? But we are blessed, no serendipity before. There's no harm in investigating at least. She's a partner. I remember the bathroom really. Signed their own death warrants with an ill-covered attack. You can be sure that Househunter won't allow them to leave their sites alive. Oh, these diamonds you seek, you're welcome to hunt them down if you like. The boy too. You can join my union given your reputation. I think you'd be better suited to the band. I won't let you down. We gather at the Rose House. Let's not further delay. I'll see you there. Would that we could speak of the length, but the Uldans are aware of our plan and have fled to the east. Remember, they are desperate and dangerous men. Advance with caution and wait for the response if necessary. The leader was surely the toughest of the lot. Luna will be pleased to learn how once. There. Oh yeah, I got this. Here. Why would a member of Death's Embrace be carrying these? There's no way he could have possibly planned this. It's too impossible. What other fish could there be? We should return to Falcon's Nest. Where am I? Who am I? What a strange feeling to say that someone so trusting. Is that I mean to deceive you? I felt thrill and guilt at the same time. But fleeing aside, I want to tell you my thoughts, my daring thoughts. I cannot do without your help. You know the walls that are made of clay? They require constant tending. Layer upon layers must be slathered over them. The walls of the hive have not hardened like steel. Thin. We need to succeed by stealing stockpiles of deep inside Loth Aspinall until they become of our bold venture. Now we alone wish to live as their parasites. We must find our own bed. We listen to the unmanned following. They seem to have found our bed in the domain near the dragon's tower. Too dangerous for them to keep the dots. We could ask the dragon's permission. But this thought was too daring, much too daring. is not considered at first, knowing the dragons are at war with the Gnath. While the non-nuns take care in avoiding senseless bloodshed, we are not entirely guiltless. Not guiltless. Yes, we kill dragons too. Travels to the dragon tower on my own will mean certain death. They will surely take me as an enemy, but I remember something I heard. You have spoken to the dragons before. Yet, you could escort me to them and ask permission. Should I succeed in my quest, we could weave ourselves a Loch Ness Gnath entirely. Sustain ourselves if it's worth it. I think the nomads have come close to the dragon tower. I fear us. You might want to wait until it gets there. Wow, he got far. Well, met friends of ya. Ah, 2 times in a row I get your quest again. How perplexing. What a complete deed to bring a gnat before me. Great dragon, merciful, forbidden my intrusion. It was I who asked the master for an audience. I am not the gnat, I am an exile, cast away from the colony, I am Vat. The Vat has no appetite for hostility in our home. We fear the dragons. I came to entreat and beseech you for help. Boldly spoken, Vat. What wouldst thou have me? I, Vat, only seek to secure clay for the sediment beds in your lands, to fortify our walls. Should our walls crumble, the one mind will surely seize our colony for their own. They could besiege your tower with ease. The Nath of the old mind are foe to us. You, just as they are to you, the great dragon. Will you allow our humble colony to harvest the clay with your domain? The clay is a little worth to us. Be that as it may, I cannot each grant thy request. Words will not serve as proof. By thy deeds shalt thou demonstrate thou standest apart from the swarm. I'm fine with reading thou, but I'm not a fan of reading pirates talk. Face our enemy, slay the Gnat. Snake, but thou art troubled by the thought. Thou refuse? No, click, great dragon. I shall do as you ask. He is indeed unlike his kin, yet how will he fare, once forced to confront his own fear? If thou art truly a friend of him, thou do well to follow, observe, assist him with his task. If thou must but be warned, if he slays not a single gnat, we will know. Alright. So in order to... Oh, this is not good. Not good. I cannot possibly fight the one mind. What have I gotten myself into? This is not about humanity, just to understand how it feels, Master. This is not like other requests. If I don't prove myself, the dragons devour me. Wait a minute. should I? There's one. Fight. These whispers all at once. 100 voices buzzing, but I cannot move. I live for my purpose. Ah, that's it. Could it be? I did it. I subsumed the one mind's power. I have conquered the foe. And you beat one. They will torment me no longer, I'm sure, Master. My sense of self is strong enough to withstand them. The white dragon is trusting my heart. Perhaps this is enough to... Great dragon. I have done it. I have slain the one mind with my own musket. Master can testify to it. There is no need. From the top tower did we bear witness to thy deed. Thou hast proven themselves, and therefore have earned the right to harvest clay from our lands. Great Dragon of Bath, art ever grateful. Should your kin be in need of our assistance, our guild shall come to your aid. Thine offer shall be remembered, Bath. We desire only peace, and any opportunity to strengthen our bond would be welcomed. Click, click. The Vath shall be careful when crossing the stone tower. We will mark ourselves properly and use a single path. This do we swear. Great Dragon, I humbly take my leave. Until we learn to discern between we must need to take care before engaging trespassers. Storyteller, what news have of you? What news I have for you? I have secured beds of clay for the colony. I treated with some of the great white dragon of the stone tower. She gave us consent to take clay from her domain. All of the clay. You treated the dragon click on your own? Ha, did you hear that, Fleetfoof? We are parasites no more. An established relationship with dragons besides? Deft arm, you have done it. How were you able to accomplish it? Why would the great white dragon spare your life? Master has met a great white dragon before. He introduced me. She was fearsome with enormous fame, but generous, very generous. I completed her trial. I slew a Ganath, and their voices vanished. I no longer hear them. It's true. Did you see him fell with Nath? He did not succumb to the link. And auspicious news indeed. To become truly of a no-mind, and you were fortunate to have such a compassionate master with you. With his gracious guidance and such a valiant mission, could have turned into a tragic one. I am overjoyed, yes, overjoyed. We have much cause to celebrate. Nothing can stand in our way of. Oh well. Deft arm. The scourge of your body. It cannot be. You forget your place. You are ever bound to us. Ever bound to the overmind. I are not but vessel to hold or. Have you been using deft arm this entire time? Deformation nation, heed well these words. Resistance irritates us. We will suffer it no more. Once you've incompletely ominous should to perish were abandoned to the wilds. This we allowed, but you survived. You came together, you thrive at our expense. Corrupted flesh, sapping out. We are not without mercy. You will be granted one chance. Return to the colony and rejoice or repent. Refuse and be purged. Consider your last decision as vast. We will not wait much longer. Curse the Overman, taking over my thoughts as he pleases. We will never obey. He means to destroy us. We must not take his word lightly. There are not enough non-mind nor cannons to withstand a full invasion. The numbers are far too great. We have no choice but to flee. Leave the colony behind. Do what we will. We are not leaving. You cannot mean to stay behind, storyteller. To flee means to live. We will stay, we are the storyteller. Our purpose is to tell our story. Without this sanctuary, there will be no new stories to tell. No stories to tell to continue after us. Without Lord Asvath, there will be no non-mind left to feel the joy of the individual we have. The overmind will make certain of that. If I abandon this colony, I abandon my true purpose, to help all vast in need. I have forgotten the youth who saved me. It would be shameful to ignore others who shared this same fate. Most shameful. All of us yet draw breath because of the colony. We have become too accustomed to our freedom to submit again to the overmind. We too will stay and fight to protect our own. Yes, we are to go to war, and there's no way. Though there must be. I will find, I must think. God. What I made you in that heart. Oh, but a harm. You see, I'm a bit of a bind, pickle. Oh. Here I have a monumental task in their sleep. Both arms. One of his heroes were doing it and I mean Chloe Poo. This isn't my silly little nickname of her. I certainly haven't been fragrant her sharp ever since the past 2 moons. That her ever so cute smile might be dark and different, but I'm blabbering now, Kenan. Oh, it's a kid. Sus? I'm Chloe. What should be? for all the stories. You are a legend, a living, breathing legend. Sorry. Nothing. I'm good telling them. But I have this friend whose mommy and daddy went away and never came back. She gets lonely and cries sometimes. Cheer up. Noise. She stops crying, even stops laughing. Seeing her happy makes me happy too. But lately she's just been staring off into space. It must be my fault. I bet my stories sound the same. Is that Rowena? Give me a part. I'll give you some of them too. What sort of things? Tone stories. Well, all kinds of special, but if I remember all your best stories written in this book. Oh my god. Because I have a tale and tell tales. Every time your stories have come to, I'll give you a present, and full of it. Thanks. You're even more handsome than a picture. Alright. Sure. Proved they're up to no good. Happened a moment ago and I saw something that might lead to proof. There's a goblin in Kenan. Of course, I want her tracked. I refuse to investigate it, but there is a reason for them taking them to their place. Steve, perhaps we should go out there and refuse it. If you just how they go. Hey, we gotta find some crew that are evil and that come to their senses. As luck have I saw some of the goblins armed in the collector's quarters. They are nothing dangerous, but we need. I don't know, convinced, but it's clear there's something out there. Go out there and check for yourself. Happy. Play Aiden sums, but they will multiply control. Oh. There's no time. Can you help me stomach? Thank you, damsel. Exterminating is now complete. Makes her sound a hero than a murderer. In fact, it makes her sound a little too good. Maybe we should. That I'm happy the goblin simply he has already pointed out not. Of course, since we're all adventurers, we gravitate towards the dangerous area, thirst for blood, and in case goblin, I think we appreciate. You want to know what we're doing? This kind of goblin shows up ins and outs of surrounding settlements. It seems there's plenty to do see around. I really appreciate it. You seem to know what you're doing. You want to know what the goblins are telling us? Well, we have been showing us all best price in the area. Good God. I really appreciate it on that. I have no idea how to clean brains. I'm just teaching our new city friends what dangerous things, yummy things. I'm showing them interest in your. We love sharing information and knowledge. You will help me with something. By searching the ruins for things to sell. But Great Mother need me to stop breathing and kill them all. Seedlings normally hide, and I'm pretty sure they love fish. We can lure them from hiding. The seedlings are sneaky. We must kill it at the fish first needs. As Felma, I see her south. All for her. The booster even tapped pull our Kenan, but that ask was unpalatable. The rest would only be able to let lapse the task. This will bring to you. Now on, draft at least talk with the booster. Focus on There's no way goblins are too kind and suspicious. Everyone seems nice and always turns to right back to myself. I bet he is just pretending to be. He is waiting for the perfect moment to start brainwashing him. Had you stopped swimming? But I'm so hungry. What if I had a good meal? I'll work it out. I'm starving too. Do you think we can get a direct water buffalo? Don't be foolish. Food from goblin? It might be poisonous. Don't be so simple. Why would goblins give us refugees like us perfect good meat? Now those clowns, if they're fair but flesh, could you kill one and give us a nice good slice of meat? I doubt it's edible. There's a bonfire answer recording. If you roast meat, I figure it'll be pretty good. Alright, cutscene. Before we concerned, we came across their camp. I was plain to see that they have fallen on a hard time, hence why sort of coming survived. But strange when you think about it. I mean, if they have Oathkeeper, where not simply so, I'm sure they have forgot I'm paying for it. I begin to wonder if Skull succeeded in reclaiming the sword, or If death's embrace even had all. Or make up the piece of armor. It fits perfectly. Whatever remnant of death may even be hiding for. They should have dared themselves. We will finish what they've started. You got the helmet. Fishing. Oh. You need to fish a morbid? Morbid eats anything, no need fish. Can just use no fish. Well, let's go ahead. Try now. Come with flesh now. Start. Only I turn to Gubal and you're strong, thank you. But yeah. My hideout. You are great. You are a guest. You are eliminated. Permit me to intrude myself. I am Sarah Rogo, a humble servant of Mr. Ratoya. I am tasked with picking leaves for the herb, which I'm drawn to a massive property. Bugs have recently taken the rabbits and herbs. Oh, I'm the king of bugs. That's kind of out of my reach. I attempt to get rid of the pests, but there are too. Oh. I can live. I will convince them to leave. Yeah, there are. Being here calling that though she was as strict as her most irascible of mentors, she led by example and inspired her heights. Alright.
It was 50 years years ago, shortly after Garlemald had brought all of Ilsabard under its rule. Faced with the threat of invasion, the people of Sharlayan scrambled about for a means to resist the Empire. For my part, I was tasked with developing an etheric converger.
Ah, yes, a device which draws in ether and concentrates it to produce a destructive force.
But as my research neared its end, it was denounced by the Forum, who claimed that my device was more likely to destroy us than our enemies. After that, they and I had a little falling out, and I decided to seal away all the fruits of my research, lest the dunder-headed ingrates reap any benefit. Ha! Petty, I know, but gods, it was satisfying.
Do mine ears deceive? 'Twas you, was it not, who was so fond of saying that all knowledge exists to advance mankind, that how it is used depends on us.
I don't remember. Perhaps. All right, yes. That was a pet phrase. And that should give you a notion of how sick and tired I was of those spineless wretches of the Forum. All talk and no trousers, that lot. That's why I decided to remain behind, rather than join the Exodus.
You may have had your disagreements with my grandfather, but upon that point, your minds were as one.
With respect, Master, the fruits of your research should not be left to spoil. Will you share with us the secrets of the etheric converger?
I will. All the information you need is contained in a tome I wrote on the subject. But you'll have to fetch it from the forbidden section of the Great Library.
You were not exaggerating when you said that you had sealed it away. Though the city is abandoned, the library's guardians are all but certain to remain. We must needs cut a path through them. Come, let us away.
I think I have an idea where that might be.
Not so fast. You don't expect that you can just waltz on in now, do you?
The Great Library should possess any difficult for a hero like you. But if it turns out you aren't as a pest, well then, I know you can't be trusted with someone as dangerous as an antiquarian. I'll put a pair of familiars at your disposal. One is the other is a broom yonder who let you... Greetings, good sir. I'm Broomkins, a lady servant of some 50 years. May I say what is honor to serve you? I'm given to understand that you wish to enter the great closet to find it. Pray head east upon leaving the cave. The building will come to view shortly after the collapse. I shall go and fetch a fellow familiar on the way to entrance. When your preparation is over, pray come and meet me there. I'll be on the door for you. I'll get it. I could probably end the stream on a dungeon note. That's pretty good. assume I do have I'm a field mistress, and for what risk of form, she bade me serve cheap. Any assistance, unless I make myself move system before my moves enchantment, then I would revert to an ordinary tone and keep up speech. Can't bear a thought. I must become a better servant, and I believe to do so. Only if I knew what mistress sent her. Having received of her blessing, the brooms here are bound to possess this. But you are a guest. Their will be cannot ignore you, even if they are. Well, I bog my mind thing. As a child, I would often come here not only messing with errands, but for my own leisure besides. You stand before one of Highland's foremost representatives of knowledge. Alas, it has fallen into serious since the Exodus summons. In all those years, its halls have welcomed not come to a single soul. Its floors fell not to a loving brush of a broom. My apology. Pray no mind to dream of a humble broom. You are doubtless eager to venture within the room. I shall unlock the door and have you. Alright, here we go. That was weird sound.
Away with you!
Tribunals. The hierarchy of the fell less. The more citizens the best held, the smaller the group appear. The cumbersome artists and who have adopted sin title. The avatars bestowed upon the people in Rex territory indicate the most basic rights afforded to citizens. However, many Guardians view this as an opportunity rather than demonstrate exponential as well as contribute. Did I miss a book back there? I want to go back real quick. This is volume 2, but did I miss volume 1 or something? I'm just checking. I know I'm dumb. Forgive me. There it is. The rise of Goliath is the most evident adoption how which afforded within the social hierarchy. Following was a compliant of royalty is as the emperor. Bell, member of the royal family. Member of the royal family who has no claim to a throne. And Zip Club. Yes. Sub specialist, chief engineer, senior. Okay, I didn't miss anything, let's go. Defeat the demon tome. Oh my god, I see it. Oh.
Away with you! Away with you!
Oh, this boss. Okay, this boss gives me so much headache.
I shall make it quick.
Oh, that boss is so annoying.
Away with you!
books. Chapter 1. Strikes lightning, steps fire is born. Firebenders touchers. Armor of ice and dust water born. Water mist spreads. Lightning is born. Chapter 2. The conquest. Earth, ground, lightning, lightning. Water erodes earth. 3. Fire extinguishes by wind, ice is... Oh my god, please tell me this is not one of those like... There is some debate on whether or not Milbit and Lions of the Lost Vessel were the first Eorzean to discover the Western continent. There is no denying that their navigation charts were translated. Moreover, the accounts of the expeditions are widely regarded as both informative and entertaining. Of particular note is that the first encounter with the Maharijao, as well as other indigenous people, creatures, which seem to be civilized. The travelers' journeys have since inspired legions of experts and treasure hunters to retrace the League's journey. Yet, in spite of their numbers, the existence of a bleeding city of gold remains unconfirmed. crazy. Alright.
Away with you!
Yeah!
Almost done. Beauty is ample, but it's needed to be. My lady Amandine knows as well. Lovely creature she is. What I call a genuine article of keeping your last. I shall have a settled penalty. The vessel is not quite a usual standard, but beggars can't be choosers, as they say. I watched as a noted and yet per instruction that secured the better chain. Wouldn't want her to get the idea of station, no? God, just that I thought it was enough for a blood pump. I can hardly wait to welcome my beloved Sucky. So that's where she came from. That's where my roommate came from.
curse! Release! Away with you!
Yeah.
Oh, well, that seems here. Tentacles, so many tentacles. The sound of writing on the bed. God, just the agony. I made a pair mistake.
I shall make it quick.
Away with you! tried.
Dead. Alright. That's the dungeon for today. Alright, we still have to do a Blue Mage mission, so once we do Blue Mage, that's pretty much the end of my stream. I haven't lost my true power.
So this is the tome. Excellent. Let us take it to Master Matoya at once.
Job well done. Despite how I sound, I don't exactly want to say such a tremendous learning experience to serve one of Master Matoya's familiars. The inside required. I suspected the The library was wide for danger, but full glad I'm company. Depending on her mood, Master Prayer may well have forced some of us to stay behind to help repair the sentience. With her, there's something no telling. That'll go right. I must say, the experience brought back memories just like the old days. You still send people in the thick of danger as if it was nothing more than a mundane errand. And we were able to accomplish all the tasks thanks to Peroga. He is an eminent, capable familiar, a creature worthy of the great between, and to simply witness him in action gave me a better understanding of it. Should the opportunity present itself, I should very much like to employ this knowledge for the better mankind, create a new variety of carbuncle, perhaps. Don't behave yourself, boy, Luigi. And so now, it'll take another decade under me before you can call yourself a scholar, and a deal more than take to make you a scholar worth a damn. As you may have gathered, Master is not easily impressed. Indeed. So, shall we examine the tomb? Oh, I can fly. Oh, I can fly. Clearly you have no trauma. Do you think you're able to... Maybe we just gotta